welcome to episode 109 of LTFM. So, in this episode, we're finally going to get to it. The surgery. I know that you've all been waiting for it. If you listened, you were probably like, what was going on with that? I was gone for a little while in October. Remember all that shit? So, did I tell you? I don't even remember. So, hold on, because I don't even remember what day I had the surgery now. I think October 9th. I didn't. Okay, so September 30th, I had the surgery, right? So before that, during September, I had to get all these fucking tests done. I showed my tits to so many people in September. It was unbelievable, right? This lady's fucking grabbing my tits. This lady's grabbing my tits. This lady's looking at my tits. This lady's looking at my tits. Everyone's looking at my tits. Everyone's seen them. It was a lot. I'm getting mammograms. I'm getting fucking ultrasounds. I'm getting. What else did I get? Mammogram, ultrasound, fucking EKGs done on my heart. I had to get a diabetes test. I had to get all of the fucking tests. I had to take so many blood tests. I had to take all these urine tests. And finally they were like, "You're good, right? You don't have cancer. Um there's no kind of like mass or anything in your armpit." From what we can see, she was like, it's just fat kind of thing. Like, so we could remove that if you want. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, I want to get it removed, right? So we ended up getting the surgery day set up. I go to the surgeon. He's a super sweet guy. He's awesome. His team's great. Yeah, I had to take my shirt off in front of that lady too. And she's like, "Oh, I have some students here. Would it be okay if they come in?" Sure. Bring them all in. So those two people that were her students came in, seen my tits. And then the surgeon came in on top of his nurse. So everyone's seeing my tits. Um I'm not getting my tits work done, right? I'm getting my armpit work done, but whatever. So everyone's seen my tits. Um, so that happened, and he was like, "Yeah, I could set up the surgery for next week," and I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's too fast, right?" Because like I had to get everything set up with my job and get like let them know that I was gonna be gone, and so I ended up getting that set up for the 30th, and what the fuck? Hold on, I just I don't even know why I did that. I oh, okay. I looked in my calendar and it says last poop. It was like the day before the surgery, but I'm guessing that's because like I was on pills and it took me a minute after that to be able to poop again. But so I got the surgery on the 30th, right? And so I had to take all my jewelry out. I'm so fucking hyped. I already did a video where I showed you what it looked like before. So that's gonna be at some point in this video, whatever. You'll see that. You'll see what it looked like. It was disgusting. And then took out all my jewelry. I get to the hospital. It's hella early. Well, they called me the day before actually, and because they were like, we could call you if there's like a cancellation of your surgery or if like you have to come in at a different time. So they ended up calling me the day before, and they were like, yeah, instead of coming in at 8:30, can you come in at 5:30? Aaron was triggered because that man doesn't get up super early. And he was taking me, so he got up hella early. I got up hella early. I couldn't shower. Oh wait, no. I had to shower that morning of too, but I couldn't use any like lotion, deodorant, anything like that. Get in the room. I'm fucking tired. I just want to get the surgery done. And they were like, don't shave before you come. So they had told me, they were like, don't shave for like a week before you get here. So I was like shaving my legs and everything else and like my other armpit. But I was like, bro, after like a couple days, my armpit, I was so annoyed. First of all, I was itchy. I didn't like the way it felt. I was disgusted. So I had like a day before, I like really lightly took the razor and like instead of going like against the hair like up, I had like went down with it because I was like, I don't want to cut myself because they were like, if there's any kinds of nicks or anything on your skin right there, we won't be able to do the surgery. Like any kind of cut, anything, we won't do the surgery. I was like, bitch, what? Because they were like, there's like a risk of like infection or something. So I was trying to be super careful and I was like, oh my God. Like I just didn't want to have them, I didn't want to get there and then be like, we can't do the surgery. So I got there and I'm like laying on the I'm laying in the room because they call me in there. They were like, go ahead and change, wipe the area down with this rag, like had like a cleaning stuff on it, and then put like the gown and stuff on. Um, I wasn't even able to have my contacts in. I wasn't able to have my aligners in my mouth. That's a thing, right? Because I was like, okay, I didn't think it was gonna be a big deal to have my aligners in my mouth. Um, so this lady comes in and she like, I'm gonna cut your hair now, and I was like, okay. Has like these big trimmers, and she comes in and she's like, oh, you don't really even have a lot. And I was like, because I shaved the other day, but like I didn't tell her. And she was like, she like trimmed it, but I was like, oh, it was weird. So she did that. She also like, cause like the gown like unbuttoned, it was like like you snap it on the sides. She seen my tit, and I was like, wow, why not somebody else come on, walk in. Um, so she seen my tit, um, and they were like doing that. The guy came in, got my IV thing set up in my hand, whatever. Everything got all set up, and then I was like, okay, bye, right? So then um I got to say bye to Aaron, and then the guy that was my anesthesiologist or whatever. Is that what it's called? Anesthesiologist? Anesthesiologist, yeah. He was like, so I'm gonna give you something just to calm you down, and then once we get in the room, then we'll give you everything to put you to sleep. And I was like, okay, pop that in my arm, and he like pushed it in. By the time I get down in the middle of the hallway, we got to one part in the hallway, and then all I remember was waking up next, right? So I'm waking up in this fucking room, and I'm waking up and I'm like, I'm sitting up like how I am now. And I was like, I looked to the side of me and like, I'm so uncomfortable. Like, I'm just like in pain in a way. And like, I'm, I'm uncomfortable because I've never been put to sleep for that long. So the longest I was asleep was for about like 45 minutes to an hour. This time I think it was like 2 3 hours that I was asleep. um and i I start like crying, and like when I wake up I have like this oxygen mask like on my face. I can't see shit because I don't have like my glasses, I don't have anything on. And then like the nurse lady that's next to me, she's like, why are you crying? And I was like, I can't see anything. She's, you're crying because you can't see anything. And she's like, every time I say something, she keeps just repeating it back to me, but like in a mean, bitchy kind of way. And it's pissing me off. And like, it's just making me so uncomfortable. And then like, I keep crying more. And she's like, why are you crying? Why are you crying right now? I already got you your glasses. And then I was like, I want Aaron. Like, I just don't feel good. And then I was like, I'm in pain. And then she was like, so you're hurting right now? And I was like, well, I am. And she just was like, okay. And then she like took something and like put it in my IV and then like pressed it. And she's like, I just gave you fentanyl, so you should be feeling a little bit better. And then I was like, I'm just waking up from being put to sleep. So I was just like, I was like fentanyl. And then I just start crying again. So I was like, what the fuck? Like it was just such a bad way to wake up, because I feel like if you're gonna be if you're gonna be working with people, they're waking up from getting put to sleep, they're in a vulnerable state. Why can't you just be a little bit more compassionate? Like, hey, everything's gonna be okay. I get it. It's a little scary when you wake up, kind of thing. Like, there's a different way that you could talk to people versus like, why are you crying? Like, it was just really fucking rude the way she did it. Um, and she was like, yeah, well, we had a really hard time, and you kept trying to get up. We had to have a bunch of people so that you didn't hurt yourself. And I guess, like, when I read my notes, they had like uh 3 people having to try to get me to stay in the bed, because after surgery they had in my note that I was trying to like get out of the bed. But like, normal, whatever. You're acting like I was doing fucking kung fu in the back. But it still doesn't mean that you could be a bitch to me. So, whatever. They then take me to the room, right? And I was like, I want to see Aaron. And then Aaron gets to come in, and then the my surgeon comes in, right? And he's like, "Hey, just want to let you know it was a lot more than we thought it was at first from just looking at it." And I was like, I fucking knew it. That shit was huge as fuck. Like, everyone was just acting like it was just like a little bit of armpit fat. Like, bro, what I have naturally is just like a little bit of armpit fat, but like it was it was definitely like I could cup it, like it was huge. Like, he was like, yeah, it was a lot more than we thought. So I had to keep going. And so there's like a little bit of like a hole, like I guess like a, I don't know, crater, like a cave, kind of like, what is that? A hole? Yeah, well, I guess like there's like more like a hole where the tissue was that he took out, where he's like, it just kept going, so I just like took out as much as I could. That didn't seem like that was like your regular fat in your body kind of thing. Um, and he's like, so since there is like that area in there that's empty, I don't want it to fill up with fluid. So we put a draining tube in there. So you'll have to come back in a week or two and get that removed. But he's like, other than that, it looks really good. Everything went really well with it, and you should be good to go in a little bit here after you get up and are able to walk around. And I was like, after he said that, I was like, drain tube? And then I was like, dude, I gotta piss. I was like, can I get up now? And they were like, are you sure? Are you okay to get up? And I was like, I have to go to the bathroom now. Like, I can't hold it. So I got up, and like, yeah, I felt like a little, like, I guess, like buzzy in the head, but it just kind of felt like when you're a little high, I guess. It wasn't anything too crazy. I don't know if it's because, like, I get high, but I don't know. I wasn't, like, freaking the fuck out about it. I was just like, okay, I gotta piss. So let me go. Actually, where is Benjamin? Where is Benjamin? So I go to the bathroom, piss like you would never believe, right? Even though I was able to take medicine. I was able to take my birth control that morning. But pissed crazy hard. And then it was the moment of realizing that blood buddy, right? Cuz now it's time to get dressed. So, oh, you don't know. Well, So the draining tube was like this tube that was inside of my armpit hole, right? So like the hole that's in there, it was inside in there. And then the tube is long into like this like little socket thing that you have to squeeze so that it's creating like a suck so that it sucks the liquid that's in the hole out. And so I called it Blood Buddy because it's like filling, it's like a bulb at the bottom that's filling up with like blood and like whatever else is inside of like that crater. And I had to get dressed, and it was so awkward because I'm putting on like a sports bra, so yeah, I put my arms in through it, and then it was like now I got to figure out how to like put it on and not have it like pinch that tube in like a weird way, and it was so weird. Like, oh, my pants? Do I put it in my fucking It was too short of a tube length to put in my pocket for my sweatpants, and it was also too long to just like put it in my bra strap in the back. So I had to we had like some of like that medical tape kind of stuff, and so I had Aaron like kind of taping it to my side. And then after the week that we had that on, my body was getting so irritated and like my skin was breaking out because of all of the adhesive. I was in so much pain from that. It was so uncomfortable. And it was like the worst thing having to have that on all the time. Within those first couple of days, like well, I think it was the first day that I was home, I'm like laying on the couch. My armpit isn't that bad when I'm just sitting there. I definitely feel that it is like hollow in there, but it feels like good. But then I go to like get up to go to the bathroom, and I hear and Blood Buddy fucking pops off. So he's still inside of my body, right? And the end of it, the bulb part just falls off. And I'm like, ugh, I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm like, oh my god, Aaron, Blood Buddy just fell off, and he's sleeping because he's been up since 5. He can't even fucking deal with anything. And I was like, Aaron, I'm panicking, and that was one of the hardest things I will admit was when I needed to do stuff. Aaron was like, yeah, you gotta come get me. Everything's fine, like because he had taken some days off. But I was like, he kept falling asleep and it's really hard to wake him up. So like when I was like calling him and asking him for help for certain things, he was like kept falling back asleep, and then I'm like don't want to keep nagging and bothering, so then I'd end up just like getting up and trying to do stuff myself, and it was like scary and uncomfortable at times, but like and then he'd get upset because he was like, why didn't you just wake me up? I didn't want you doing things yourself. But I was like, but you just kept falling back asleep. Like, I don't like bothering, I don't want to just keep like, hey, can you get up? Can you get up? Like, I just don't want to be like that fucking bitch. And it was just hard because I get up really early and then Aaron doesn't get up early. Like, he just stays up late kind of thing. Like, we're different like that. Um, but with the blood buddy thing, it was so rough. Like, and at times I was like, I had to collect the blood that was in there and empty it out into a cup and measure that and keep that on like a paper so that we could give it to the doctor. And I would like sometimes I would empty it, other times Aaron would empty it, but it was like that shit sucked. It was annoying. Blood Buddy fell off so many times, and then like there was times where I was like, bro, I don't want to tape him to my body because the tape is hurting me. So then I'd put him like in the waistband of my pants, but then like me getting up and moving and doing stuff, it would pop it off again. So then I'd have to tape him onto me, and it was just so annoying. And it was like this is the worst fucking thing ever. And then sometimes I'd pull on it a little bit and there were stitches keeping it inside of my body. So that shit would like then pull on it and it would hurt. Um Taking a shower. I wanted to take a shower so bad because like I'm just laying here, I'm just sweating. I just feel gross, right? I'd like to take a shower. I needed help, of course, to do that because I was like, oh, I should be okay. And then I realized I was like, I can't do anything. Like, I could wash this side of my body, but like, I can't really wash anything else. Like, I'm struggling. So I needed Aaron's help to like wash and do like certain things in the shower. And of course, we had to like wash my armpit, and it hurt so bad because when they cut, like they cut right across where like the fat was. So like if this is it, like they cut like right across it. So then they like sew this together, and so like this part is like hella tight up here, like, well, it was, so it hurt to like lift my arm like this high. So like, like the highest I could do was like like I could just like do like a very little bit, and it hurt so bad. It was just so tight, and then you have to wash around it, and it's so sensitive because it just got cut open, and I'm like crying, and then I'm embarrassed because like I'm also in a vulnerable state. I'm just naked in the shower and I'm hurt, and I'm like now I'm just self-conscious about myself. And it was just a bad time. Like I just hated taking a shower. Like I know he's not judging me and he's seen me naked before, but I was just like, man, what the fuck? I was just crying so much. It was like not a fun time with healing because I don't like having to get so much help with stuff. It was really hard for me. Um, but once we went to go back to get Blood Buddy out, that was my favorite day. So we went to go get him out, I think on the, let's see. Hmm. On the 11th. Wait, no. I don't even have it in here. No, we went to go get Blood Buddy on the 9th. Yeah. So Blood Buddy came out on the 9th. But on the 5th of October, right? So the 30th I had the surgery. On the 5th of October, I had already had tickets that me and Aaron had to go see Judas Priest and Alice Cooper for like over a couple of months already. They were seats, which I didn't want to get seats in the beginning because I was like, I just kind of want to like sit out in the lawn. I don't really care about like spending the extra money to sit in the seats. Like, I don't really give a fuck. Um, and Aaron was like, no, I'd rather sit in the seats. So he ended up spending the extra money and got us the seats. And so I was like, I do want to go see Judas Priest because I've never seen them before. And of course, it was like in the time that I just had my surgery. And I was like, yeah, I'll still go because I don't want to miss out on the concert. We have seats anyway, so whatever. And honestly, I'm so glad that we did have seats because I got to sit down pretty much the whole time and enjoy the show. I was also fucking dying in two ways. The first way, because I have Blood Buddy on me, okay? It's awful. My arm is hurting. I can't have deodorant on. I'm sweating a little bit. Uh it's it's irritated because I have a gauze on it. My body is irritated because I have tape residue on it and it's burning me, and I'm just so uncomfortable, and my body just wants to lay down. I just had surgery like a week ago, right? I just want, actually less than a week ago. 4 days ago, I want to die, right? Like it's awful. And then second, because I have been taking pain pills and all these other types of like different medicines and stuff. I can't have a fucking beer and I'm listening to Judas Priest and I'm listening to Alice Cooper and people around me are just smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, taking shots. I can smell the beers around me and I'm just like, damn, I'm real sad. I just want to be I just want to be slamming a fucking beer right now. It just was like perfect weather. Oh man, I wanted a beer so bad. But I didn't. I didn't. But whatever. Finally went and got Blood Buddy out on the 9th, right? And so he went in and he like cut the little stitches, which sucked. Did feel like a little bit of a pinch. And then he's like taking it out. It's really gonna not gonna feel really good. Whatever. And then he like was like, "Oh, what'd you have for breakfast?" And I started laughing because that was in my powdered donut phase when I was just eating hella powdered donuts. Um, so I was like, I started laughing, and then he pulled it out, and then that was it. And I was like, oh, it didn't even feel like anything. And then he had like put a little bandage on it and was like, all right, you're all good. And I was like, oh, did you need those the measurements and how much blood had came out? And he's like, I probably would have needed that before we took it out, but I mean, thanks for bringing it anyway. And I was like, oh fuck. I guess I should have thought about that before. But whatever. Hey, whatever. But I mean, honestly, it's out. It's healed. Waited for a while for my arm to heal for me to be able to like stretch up. I can like now support my entire body weight on it. I can lift actual weights. I can press on it. I could do everything. Like I could put deodorant on. I could shave my armpit and not have to worry about it. I could like touch it. I don't like it's not sensitive anymore. I'm getting feeling back because it was a little bit numb around like um I'll show you guys in another video, but like it was a little bit numb in a certain area, but I'm feeling 100% now and I'm so happy that I was able to get that surgery. I've been feeling so confident like after everything had healed up and stuff, the first time I had went out and actually got to wear no sleeves was to my friend's concert for his band and I wore a little skirt, I wore a sleeveless shirt, did my hair, did my makeup, and I felt so good about myself. And it was weird in a way because like I didn't know how to stand for a little bit. Like I was so used to like keeping myself like making myself kind of small at the top just because like I was always so self-conscious about like my armpit area. But I just I just felt good that night. And it's so nice to be able to like not worry about myself anymore. And yeah. But I'll I'll record another video where I'll do it on my phone so it's a little bit better quality and I'll be able to show you guys like what it looks like now and I'll clip everything all together and put it together for you so you guys can see. But yeah, this is the surgery video. Finally. It's great. I'm happy. I love it. Love my body. Love my armpit. It's great. But thanks for hanging out with me and I'll talk to you guys later.
Hello, and welcome to my bathroom. So, I don't really have a number for this episode, but it's the night before my surgery. Isn't that exciting? Well, I mean, it's exciting for me. I don't know if you guys care. But I just got done taking a shower and I am really, really excited. Like it's it's honestly nuts. I've had this thing under my arm, in my armpit, for my entire life. And like now I'm finally gonna get it removed. And I'm so excited about it. Like, you don't understand. I'm all I can think about is just like how different I'm gonna feel, how good I'm gonna feel. Even though right when I get it right when I get it done, it's gonna feel like shit, you know? Like my armpit's gonna fucking feel like absolute ass. It's it's just so exciting knowing that like it's about to happen. Uh so I had to take out all my jewelry. So that's fun, right? Love having to take out all your jewelry. That's fun. uh Also dangerous right now. Have this fucking ear earbud in, and it keeps like uh getting touched by my wet hair, and it's like aware, uh quiet, you know, whatever. All the settings that I have for it, it's just like fucking going through it. But whatever. I just wanted to, I guess, come hang out. I feel like it's a big thing. It feels like tomorrow my baby's gonna be born, you know. I'm so excited. Um, it's awesome. Like today at work, I couldn't even fucking stand being there. I was just like, fuck this place. First of all, it's been getting shit there, but like, whatever. I was like, I just can't even fucking do it today. There's no way. Ah, man. Yeah, I had to take out all my jewelry, uh, which is annoying because, like, you know, you take it out, it starts getting irritated, and then you gotta shove another thing in there, and it's like you're gonna take that thing back out in a couple days and then stick another thing in there, and it's just annoying. Like you're just going through it the whole time. Uh, but whatever. Those are out. Check it out. I had to put in all these fucking little extra ones. Little, what are those called? Retainers? Oh, great. Love it. My hair is knotted up already. I literally can't do anything. I brushed it and then I went to go spread the serum around on my scalp and it was like, I'm already tangled, babe. There's no way. I don't even know. I have to take another shower in the morning, but I figure I'll wash my hair and stuff tonight so I don't have to deal with that in the morning. Because they called me today. Well, they had told me when I had gotten the date. They were like, keep a keep an ear out, you know, listen out for if you get any phone calls or anything from us, or if we leave a voice message or something. Because they're like, your your time of arrival could change. And I was like, okay. They called me today when I was at work, and they were like, I was like, oh fuck. I got scared because every time that they've been calling me, I'm like, does that mean I was so nervous that I was like, oh, they're calling me because they're gonna tell me that, you know, something happened and they can't do the surgery now. I was like freaking the fuck out the whole time. Uh, they called me and they were like, hey, instead of being there at 8:30, we need you to be at the hospital at 6:30. Oh my God. So I was like, ah, okay, which I feel bad because 6:30 for Aaron is like crazy, crazy early, but whatever. It'll be okay. I'm sure he'll sleep while we're there. While we're there. While I'm sleeping, I'm sure he'll sleep. But I don't know. All I have to do is pay 100 when I get there for the surgery. Fuck. You know what's so hard? Let me tell you. Having to fucking braid hair, I'm not even doing it in a good way. And this shit is ass. Like, it's so hard to do. Fucking breathing all hard. Come on, please. Please. And then it starts doing that thing where it starts sticking up over here. And then I get triggered. Is it the autism? Kill me. Anyone else deal with this shit? But yeah, I just gotta pay 100 when I get there. And then they can take me away and do what they need to do. I'm so fucking hyped, like, honestly. I had originally planned, I was like, I'll get the surgery on a Tuesday, I'll have Wednesday off, and then I'll go back in on Thursday. And then I was thinking about it and I was like, am I even gonna be able to lift my fucking arm up? Like, am I gonna be able to put a bra on? Yeah. Also, Aaron was like, hey, if you wanna, because I was like, look, I kind of do. I wish I could take more time off, but like, money and stuff. I don't want to just be completely out of work for fucking 2 weeks, even though that's what he was gonna schedule me to do. But Aaron was like, hey, you can you can take the rest of that week off if you want. Everything's gonna be okay if you want to do that. And I was like, yes, say less. The fuck? Yeah. So that was great. But now I'm like waiting for them to give me a new note because they had originally sent me the note for the day that I was like, yeah, I'll go back that day. And then when I asked them for like the new note, they were like, yeah, give us the fax number for your job. And I was like, hold on, we don't have a fax number. Also, can you just send me the note? Put it in my fucking doctor portal app thing. Come on, what are we doing? Like literally. So, still waiting for that, but I already talked to Aaron and I asked him if he could try to get that tomorrow for me while I'm there before we leave or something. I'm so hyped. I'm honestly so hyped. I had a dream the other night that it was like the day of the surgery and I had ended up showing up there, but I did something stupid where I was like I had forgot to take out some of my piercings, or I only took out like my ear piercings or something. Something that was stupid as fuck. And then I get there and they were like, uh, you have to take those out. And I was like, okay. I went to go take them out and I couldn't get them off. Like I couldn't get the ball off at the end of the jewelry. I was panicking. And then they were like, we can't do the surgery. And I woke up and I was like, what the fuck? It was awful. But whatever. It was just a dream. And it's okay. What? Out of all the times I get a pimple on my neck. What is that? Where's my hair tie? Yeah, so I'm excited. They were like, oh, you can't put anything on your skin. So I've been watching with like this Hibiclens, whatever, Hibiclens, Hibiclens, whatever stuff. Um, and yeah, I was like, I'm gonna do my skin. I'm gonna do, since I have all my jewelry out, right? I was like, oh, I'll just do, what is that? What is that thing called? Exfoliating. I'll clean my nose, get that guy looking real nice. you know, get everything looking real good. And that's what I did. And then I was like, might as well take a shower. Well, because they were like, you have to use that cleansing stuff. I haven't been putting perfume on and I haven't been putting lotion on. Skin screaming. Absolutely horrible, right? But whatever. It's worth it. And um I didn't wear deodorant yesterday, which was Sunday. And I didn't wear deodorant today. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it because I have to I have to go to work. And went to work and I was like, oh, I don't even smell. Like I was sweating at a time, but I was like, oh, I don't even smell bad. So I was like, wow, love that for me. Oh my God. But it's gonna be awesome. I'm kind of nervous. Um, because I'm planning on showing you what it looks like, right? I I showed it to Aaron today. I usually try to like hide it unless like, he sees it if I'm changing or something like that. But like I got to show it to him just because I've hidden it for so long, you know? I've been so self-conscious about it. It just fucking kills me, dude. Like I can't. Like I don't understand. It's just the worst fucking thing ever. Let me show you. Let me show you before I put my face mask on and I can't take this off. So, regular armpit, right? Fantastic. Other side, look. What the fuck? Like this shit has been here for fucking ever. It's awful. It hurts. It's disgusting to look at. And like, yeah, no one's paying attention to it, right? No one's really looking at it. But I know it's there. It's awful. And I am so excited to just feel good about myself and not think about it. 'Cause like I it doesn't seem like a big deal, right? It's my armpit. But I think about it all the fucking time. Oh, I'm gonna go out, right? I have a little outfit pick. Is your armpit gonna show? Are you gonna be able to wear like a little cardigan over it? Do you have something you can put over that? Like, that's the whole thing all the time. Do you have something you can put over that? Because it just looks disgusting. And that's what I have to live with. And it's just been awful. I'm so happy that it's gonna happen. And I'm getting rid of it. I have to brush my teeth first. Sure, you can wait. Look at my art that I made in the bathroom. Hmm. Hi. Alright. So I just want to fucking brush my teeth. I felt like I don't know. I felt like them shits were not feeling good. I don't even. Oh, what I have earlier, I had sushi. And I just had fucking big sushi mouth. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It was a sushi mouth. Okay. Um, but this is just gonna be so awesome. And look, I don't know how soon after I get the surgery that I'll release this. But I'd like to like take another video where I show you what it looks like after I've been cut open, right? Is it going to be a big cut? Is it going to be a little cut? We don't know. He's like, we might have to take some skin off. Take whatever you need. Get it out of there. I just want to break their armpit, bro. Honestly, that's all I'm asking for. Uh, it's gonna be so fucking though. I'm really excited. Also, okay, so I have a Judas Priest concert this Sunday as well. Um, and I'm interested to see like how I feel because uh, we have fucking seats, so I'm gonna have to be like right next to somebody, huh? That's not going to be ideal. Also, important thing, when you put a face mask on, just cut that shit. It's not gonna fake fucking face. Cut it, get it all, you know, lined up the way you need. Lined up the way you need. I look like I have no lip. Sucking it in because I don't wanna get it touched. Does it look like I'm putting somebody else's skin on my face? And with a small donation, one day this could be your skin I'm putting on my face. Donate your skin today. Yeah, I figured I was like, let me just take care of myself, right? Make my skin look so good, getting all hydrated, feeling awesome. 'Cause I'm probably gonna be feeling like shit right now, washing all the blankets, uh, washing all the blankets, washing the pillows, getting everything all clean. I'm probably gonna be sleeping on the couch, I think. It's a it's a huge couch, I'm sure. I'll be fine. Because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna want to get in bed. I don't know if I'm gonna want to do everything like that. I don't know. But for now, that's what I'm gonna be doing. And I'm so excited. And I'm so excited that you guys are gonna get to see me at a moment in my life where another great thing just happens. We've been, hi, Henwin, hi, Canucks. Look at those boys. Those were the beans. Um, yeah, I've just been, I was at my parents' house. It was awful. Um, and then you guys got to see me struggling through all of that and then get into something with Aaron and start just living my life and being in this house. And it's been awesome. And now you didn't know I was struggling. Hold on, let me throw all my nail files on the ground real quick. Hey, you guys didn't know I was struggling this whole time. It's been since I was 10. Um, but now you're gonna see me go through something different, and it's so awesome. Like I'm so excited. I'm so excited for me. I'm so excited for me. it's just gonna be the best thing, and it's awesome that you're gonna get to see it. It's cool. Hey, check out my skeleton. Bye. He also moves. Got him at Target. But yeah, I guess I will leave it here, and I will come back when I have the surgery done. I'm excited. Wish me luck. If I don't come back after this, I died. Um, but who's gonna upload the video? Oh my God, somebody's finding this like 50 years later, and they're like, oh my God, she died. She never uploaded the video. She was never happy. Oh my God. And then they kill themselves because they're sad. But no, I'll show you guys what the what it looks like when I get the surgery. And then after that, I'll have to do like a big reveal of what I look like after I'm all healed up and stuff. So I think I'll keep all of this stuff until I'm feeling real good about myself one day, and then I'll get to show you. But thanks for hanging out with me. Talk to you guys later. Goodbye. That's what it would feel like if you were a guinea pig. But you're not, so I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Hi. So I was editing and I noticed that I had forgotten something in there. So remember when I had said I wasn't allowed to have my aligners in? I didn't understand that because I was like, well, they're like really tight on my teeth and like typically aligners that are like that like aren't gonna just fall off and you're gonna like choke on them or something. Um, didn't know that they were gonna fucking put a breathing tube in. When I woke up and I felt like shit, it's because my throat was hurting. I got home, right? And I was like, dude, my fucking throat hurts. Like, and I was like, how the fuck did I go there? And like, now I'm sick. And like, I went in the bathroom and like, I opened my mouth and my fucking throat was so goddamn red and tore up. And like, the insides of my mouth were ripped open. And it was like, it was so bad. It was so bad. It was so bad. It was like somebody took a fucking spear and like rammed it down my throat. Like it was the worst thing ever. And I was like, remember how I did that face mask? Somebody there was a jealous bitch and they seen my skin. They were like, fuck this bitch. Her skin's too good. They were jealous. They were jealous. And it was probably that lady that was really mean to me when I woke up. Let's be honest, because she was being a real bitch. Yeah, so they fucked up my throat. Like I I could not. Or do I just have like a delicate tiny throat? I don't know. Miss Tiny Throat 2025. Yeah, but they fucked up my throat. Like that shit was wrecked. But yeah, that's I remembered that and I was like I had to remember to tell you guys that, but that was it.
Hi. So the audio is probably gonna be shit. Also, I don't give a fuck. It's the same day as I was recording everything else in, as you can see. But I just want to get it over with because I don't give a fuck. So I just wanted to show you what it looks like, right? All healed up. Hold on. I don't want you seeing my tits. Hold on. Let me put these bamboo away. But check it out. Look at that. So, like, this whole thing, like, I don't know if you could see how it goes in a little bit. That entire thing in there had shit in it. And it was also coming out to here. Remember, I could, like, cup my hand out here. What the fuck? When they were like, oh, there's nothing. when they were like, oh, there's nothing there. Not that bad. There's definitely something there, bitch. For sure. For sure something there. It's like not the like the flattest, like how this side is yet, you know, because it just has to like adjust. My body has to get used to it and stuff. But it's so nice. It's so nice. Like I could just like wear things without sleeves now. I've been doing it. I could stretch my arms up because like at first this part right here, this part like I was like struggling lifting my arm up like this. But like now, totally good. This part doesn't bother me. Don't mind all my fucking bite marks from mama. But alright, I just wanted to get that over with so you guys could see what it looks like now. But I'm happy with it. It looks great. Okay, bye.